Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Healthy AF. My name is Amy and I'm the health coach at Healthy Life Health and Wellness Coaching. I'm so glad you're here with us today. Today I wanted to talk to you about loving yourself. Now, I have done a bazillion episodes of this podcast on loving yourself. How to do it, why it's important, ad nauseum. Everybody knows you got to love yourself. Here's what I wanted to bring into the forefront today. If you really want to be honest with yourself, you got to love yourself a lot. Now, all of us have known those mothers or grandmothers who can see no wrong in their child. Their child could have just set a building on fire and they would have an excuse for why that happened or how it wasn't their fault or how it was that other kid down the street who was influencing their kid. That's not what I'm talking about when I say love yourself enough to be honest. I'm talking about loving yourself enough to be honest so you can say wow, I set that building on fire and I didn't even feel bad about it. I'm talking about knowing your worth deeply enough that you can see all your parts and still be okay. It's a really tough thing to do. You know, sometimes I struggle with where my motive lies. I might do something really nice and it looks nice on the outside, like I support a teacher. I adopted a teacher through my church so that we could help support educators, particularly in underperforming schools. Sometimes my motive for supporting that teacher is to support the growth of children and to provide teacher, support as she loves children who are growing. Sometimes my motive is I don't want my Sunday school class to get mad at me. I've got to love myself enough to recognize that happens sometimes, that I'm going to have those motives that are really not what I'm committed to. And even be able to say them out loud and release myself from them. So when I work with people, and we'll talk about this in another podcast actually, what it really looks like when I work with other people, until we get that little nugget, at least, I'll say until we get that little seed, at least planted and fertilized and growing, it's very difficult to make choices and actions that come from real self-love. Until we really look at, is that trail mix you're eating actually chocolate with a nut in it? Or is that wine glass you're having actually a wine glass, or is it a really XL wine glass that's really 3 wine glasses, but you're calling it one? Until we get there and we can really start looking at what reality is, until you love yourself enough not to just crumble under some of the actions you're doing that you're actually not aligned with, it's really hard to make sustainable changes. So sometimes when we talk about loving yourself, it feels like it's conceited. It feels like it's overdone or a buzzword. You got to love yourself first, man. I'm talking about you got to love yourself enough to accept whatever you've done in the past, however your body looks or functions. Accept that you're going to keep making mistakes even as you grow, that you're going to learn how to clean up those mistakes a little bit better as you grow, and be okay with none of that means you're not worthy or not lovable. And a fun thing happens when you get there about you. Your heart opens to other people. Because whether we admit it or not, we love other people the way we love us. And if you only love you when you're, eating good food or working out regularly or having the proper motive to support your teacher, then you're probably only loving other people in your life when they look good, act perfect, and do good things too. When we shift, everything shifts. So I'd encourage you, if you're wondering, what does loving me really look like? Does it look like just seeing all the good things? No. It looks like seeing it all and integrating it and allowing it and loving it fiercely. Most of all, give yourself some grace, and I'll see you next time on Healthy AF.